Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Mitchell, and today Justin and I will be discussing about self-transformation. We do these Instagram lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys find this video content of value, you guys can show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this video. And without further ado, I am going to add Justin in. So if you guys could just hang on tight. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? How you doing? I'm adding Justin. Also, if you guys have any questions, little bump on the road, feel free to send us a message, and we will try to help you out as soon as we can. Yo, what's up, Andrew? How you doing? Okay, let's see. Just organizing everything. How's everybody doing today? Or tonight, depending on where you guys are from. Oh yeah, let me pin this comment too, by the way. Okay. Hello, Han. How you doing? I'm gonna wait for Justin to get on. Tired from school. Aren't you guys in a homeschool right now? Homeschooling? What's up, Justin? I see you on. Carrie, how you doing? All right, Justin, I'm going now. On my school. What's up, Justin? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I'm just setting up right now.
Yeah, me
As
too. I'm
promised,
trying to.
as promised, I did get my my bubble tea. I got my bubble tea. Yeah, but today we are going to be talking about self-transformation. It's nothing that we haven't really talked about, but I guess we're gonna be touching on it a little bit more in detail today. We have a few questions,
You
not
know
not a
what? You
whole lot,
break it.
but like,
Hold on. You're breaking up a bit on my end.
okay, how about now?
You still are. Hold on. Let me change something on my end. Maybe that'll help out.
Okay. Okay. I hear you fine, Justin, by the way. Well, I heard you fine. I think he's just wait, and everybody that's in the live right now. Oh yeah, he just left. Everybody that's in the live right now, can you guys hear me fine? Hello?
Yeah.
Is
All
that
right.
better? Is that better?
Yeah. Way better.
Oh,
Way
okay,
better.
okay, yeah.
Way
I
better.
mean, yeah, even when you first joined, it was kind of like, ugh. But
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Well, we got it.
We can see and hear you. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a lot better. Even the quality is a lot better too. What
Yeah.
happened?
I was on my Wi-Fi here,
Oh,
but I
okay.
changed it to my cell network, and I think it's just
Oh yeah, it
in this
looks way
situation,
better.
my
Yeah,
cell is
it looks
way.
way better. It looks way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sorry
Perfect,
about
perfect.
that.
Oh
Technical
yeah.
difficulties.
No worries, no worries.
Getting it going.
You got nice Razer. Is that Razer headset that you got? I think I heard.
Oh, you know it.
I think I heard you want to share some boba. We got some other people here. Reynas, how you doing?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
up, folks? How
how
y'all
you doing? How
doing?
you doing? We got some
How
newer
y'all
people in
doing?
today. We got some newer people in
Yeah, I see
today.
some folks I don't necessarily recognize, so that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Real cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is my comment pinned? My comment is not pinned. Sorry, guys.
No, no.
Thank you for
We're we're normally a bit more organized than this. Sorry for the technical difficulty. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi doesn't want to work as well today. But today our topic is going to be about self-transformation. We have a couple questions from our viewers. Not a whole lot, but one of it was about constant self-criticism, and another one was about sleeping habits, and another person asked about life. And I, we're going to touch base on all of it too as well. But Justin, if you want to start us off first, how would
What is up,
what do you
everybody?
think? Yeah, what do you think about
Uh,
self-transformation? How have that helped you in your life?
I mean, it's self it's crucial to growth. I will say
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Funny that we even bring up this topic because we always, I feel like
Hmm.
not always, but a lot of times, a lot of our older shows kind of hit on this
Hmm.
subject just a little bit. If not
A little
direct,
at a
but
time. Hmm.
some about like some kind of self
Hmm.
transformation. But I had a bit of an epiphany.
Hmm.
About I
Hmm.
think it was maybe 2 3 shows ago. We
Hmm.
were talking about changing yourself, your goals, all this
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm.
And we had a little bit of a like debate because
Hmm.
you were taking a step of like you need to do like massive action. That's how
Hmm.
you need to
Hmm.
make that change. If you want to make the change, make it almost kind of like a sweeping change.
Hmm.
I was arguing that smaller, more sustainable changes was the
Hmm.
way to go.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I've thought about that conversation a lot since then,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I've come to the decision that I think what you really need is a combination of both.
Hmm.
You need a sweeping massive action. If
Hmm.
you, for instance, using myself as an example, it's like
Hmm.
I need to lose weight. All right, if I need to lose weight, that's a massive action I need to
Yeah.
take. I'm getting
Hmm.
rid of all the cookies and cakes.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean. You throw
Yeah.
away the juice. I'm drinking only water. But
Hmm.
at the same time, what I need to do is once I make that massive action,
Hmm.
institute smaller
Hmm.
steps, smaller sustainable changes to
Hmm.
keep that massive action on
Hmm.
course, for the foreseeable future, however
Hmm.
long it
Hmm.
is. So yeah, like to me,
Hmm.
yeah, that's a big epiphany I had
Hmm.
recently. I'm talking
Hmm.
about within the
Hmm.
last few days or so
Hmm. Hi,
about
Marina. How
self
you doing?
transformation.
Hmm.
What's up? What's up?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and
I'm
then
trying to. Hmm.
oh no, go ahead,
Oh
and
no,
then
I'm just looking at the stuff. Yeah, go on.
yeah. Uh oh.
Yeah, we got trouble in here.
What it is.
Yeah,
What it
what it
is.
is. Yeah.
Um
Hmm.
but yeah, it's that far. As far as it's like some of the questions. I mean, to relate it, a thing about self transformation and
Yeah.
stuff
Hmm.
is
She's
one of
over
them was
there.
about
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're
You
at
know,
work right now, Marina. Oh,
uh,
I hope we're not getting you in trouble.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
I mean, do
Yeah.
what you do, tune in, but yeah, don't get in
Hmm.
trouble, please.
Yeah.
um,
Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, guys. I
for
really do.
real,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for real.
And of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and we're gonna answer it here too as well.
Yeah, yeah. Please tune in.
Yes,
Yeah, please
yes.
ask questions.
Hello,
Please
Arson. How
ask
you doing?
questions, so I don't
Trouble
have
is
to
in the
rant.
house. Yeah, yeah. I guess I snuck away. I guess the better question to ask was, and this is not my idea as well. You know, you and I, Justin, we both like to listen to Jordan Peterson a lot. He
Oh
has
yeah,
a lot of he's a very smart guy, and a lot of people kind of take him they don't agree with everything that he says, but there are some things that you can agree on, and I think we can all agree on this is to if you have a problem in your life and your life isn't where you want it to be, the question you should ask yourself is what could it be if you were to change it?
hmm
What could it be if you were to change it, and is it worth the pursuit? That's the better question because these are not the type of questions that we normally ask ourselves,
hmm
and it's really important to find out the why you want to do it. And I know you and I we discussed about it, but it's asking yourself why we want to do it. The right wing
yeah.
psychologist. um, yeah.
I got it. I will say this. I don't think he's so much as
I got
right
bubble tea.
wing
I love bubble tea.
as he gets pegged. It's
I love
not
a
so
lot
much
of
right wing
boba.
as you think.
He's not. Yeah. But yeah, Jordan Peterson is the right wing. So so yeah. So the question is, what are you willing to do to make that drastic change? It's something that you have to ask yourself because is that an emotionally compelling reason on why you want to do it? It's not like okay, there are some people that weighs a certain way and they'd be like, well, I'm fine with this weight, like it's okay. But if they find
hmm
a reason why they should, it's like, well, if I don't lose this weight, my doctor said it could lead up to X, Y, and Z. This is part of my health, and if I
Yeah.
don't do this, I might not live very long. So is it emotionally compelling?
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't have to push you to that limit, but if it does, it gives you a more of a reason why to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
you'll find that reason to keep that motivation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is huge when you're talking about
Hmm.
self transformation, man. It's
Exactly. Hmm.
because we are creatures of habit. We've done a
Yes.
few shows where we talked about habit, man, and you can have the greatest intentions, but I mean,
Hmm.
when habits start kicking in,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody is
Yeah.
salty
Yeah.
about your bubble tea. You know,
Cheers,
uh,
guys. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah. Marina, thank you very
all
much. Thank you very much for
right,
even
thanks,
tuning in. I
man.
really appreciate it. I really
Yeah, thank
appreciate it.
you, thank you.
But yeah, like okay, so Justin, what's something that you always wanted to do, and have you done it? Have you done it?
I mean, there's a lot of things I've always wanted to do that I have done. I mean,
Hmm. Mary, how you
everything
doing?
big and
Hello,
small,
Mary.
man.
Hmm.
Like, for instance, I freely admit, like,
Yeah.
losing weight is something that I've always gone
Okay.
like up and down with. I
Thank you for the hearts. Yeah. Hmm.
yes, thank you for the hearts,
Yeah.
thank you. Losing weight is something I've always gone up and down with. Usually, I was able to maintain a certain standard of physical shape for a very, very long time, and then
Hmm.
I took a job that made that a lot harder.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, saving money
Hmm.
is a big one.
Hmm.
That is, yeah. Like I said, these are goals. I know these aren't so much more as like
Hmm.
ultras, like
Hmm.
in inner, reflections of like self transformations.
Hmm.
If I do go with that, one of them is honestly just
Hmm.
being more am like
Hmm.
motivated and
Hmm.
ambitious, and not
Hmm.
if going, forging my
Hmm.
own path more,
Hmm.
not just
Hmm.
always going with the flow too much, which is
Hmm.
kind of in
Hmm.
my nature, man. You know me for
Hmm.
a long time. I'm not one to necessarily like push through with something.
Hmm.
I mean, I
Hmm.
ain't gonna let nobody come up and mess with me now. I put somebody in the ground, but you
Hmm.
know what I
Hmm.
mean.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
I'm also not one that's like, this is the way, and we need to push this up, and
Hmm.
that's just not me. And I'm not saying I'm going to make it a
Hmm.
complete 180 and go all the way that way, but I
Hmm.
do want to,
Hmm.
like I said, just take more direction.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah, these are the questions earlier. Yeah, these were questions earlier. I didn't know I could do this. This is great.
Yeah, yeah,
Marina,
cool.
thank you for all the hearts. I really appreciate it. My constant self-criticism. Let's touch base on that actually, Justin. Um, Constant self-criticism. Is that something that you do to yourself a lot? And if you do it, what do you tell yourself?
I mean, I think I did.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course, I criticize myself.
Hmm.
I think we all
Hmm.
have things that we criticize ourselves more
Hmm.
so than others. Like probably the most self-critical thing I have
Hmm.
is, for instance, like artwork. I draw.
Hmm.
Uh, Not as much as I should, but I draw. But I
Hmm.
am hypercritical
Hmm.
of my artwork. Like, to be blunt, I hate everything I draw almost. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, and then some of that is just, first off, it's like, I know you get better with practice.
Hmm.
That's number one. So it's like practice. I know you got to start somewhere. I know it's not as bad as I think it is.
Hmm.
I'll draw something, somebody will see, be like, oh, that's nice, that's pretty good. And in my head, I'm like, this is
Hmm.
freaking trash.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, uh, you know, uh, one thing I do is, I'm getting older up there. I would
Hmm.
like to, own property,
Hmm.
stuff
Hmm.
like that. You
Okay.
kind of, there's some self criticism at times. You sit
Hmm.
up there thinking, planning your life, and get a little
Hmm.
frustrated. I'm not as far along as I thought I would be at this point, or I
Hmm.
feel I should be.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, um, but once again, I tell myself, you got to stop those
Hmm.
voices. You tell yourself, like, okay, stuff happens in its own time,
Hmm.
and then even after that, it's like, all right, if that's something that I don't like, what am I doing to correct that right now?
Hmm. Hmm.
What am I doing? And I will say this: when it comes to the self criticism,
Hmm.
um, if you take the steps to
Hmm.
correct whatever it is you're critical about,
Hmm.
you'll be surprised how better you'll feel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just doing that little bit, whatever it is you're uncomfortable about, or whatever it is, just find it hard for you to accept. You'll be surprised by how just taking some small steps here and there, man.
And it reminds us about like what we talked about, which was the ABCs, right? Or the 1, 2, 3s, however you want to look at it. Is number one is you have to change your focus. So number one, focus. It's what you think about is what you're gonna view the world. That's how it's gonna manifest. So Jordan Peterson said it best. He said, really ask yourself that type of question, like, what is your question? Be careful what you ask too, because they say there's never there's no such thing as a dumb question, but there is such thing as a quality of the question. So the quality of the question is in direct proportion to how it reflects on you in your life, right? So if you ask yourself good questions and that's your focus, then it's going to lead to a different outcome, right? So for example, that the 1, 2, and 3, the one could be like, well, something I need to do, right? If it's financial, if it's my mental health, whatever it may be, that's your focus. And number one, it's hard to have that massive action, but Tony Robbins did say, he said, change your physiology, change your physical body. How do I do that? Get up, move, get your body moving. It has to be a sudden change, right? Sudden change. So once you get that sudden change, then your behavior starts to change, right? Because you already have a different focus. Then if you apply that focus with a different type of behavior, you're going to get new results. Because otherwise, you're going to be getting the same results from before, right? So like, oh, I don't want to do this. Behavior stays the same result. And then you're going to help justify what you just said. You'll be like, well, see, look, I already told you it didn't work. See, here it is. It's truth. And that's a lot of the times that's what happens. And, the reason why this is very important is because I feel like we don't ask ourselves the right questions of why we should do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've heard that phrase myself, like, "Oh, what's your why? What's your why?" I had somebody ask me that when I was working. When I was working at a job that was a bit grimy, and he was like, he's like, man, what is your why? He was a big Tony Robbins fan too, so it's funny you bring it up. He was like a huge Tony Robbins dude. And he was a very successful man too, so it made me think there's something to a lot of that. But he asked me, he's like, man, what's your why? Like, why do you get up and like do this? Because I have to know. Because he was just like, it's a grimy job, but you always like you have this positive attitude, and even when you're not like, having a good day. Yeah.
I'm reading, guys. I'm reading some of your questions. Sorry to interrupt you, Justin. But I want to, make sure that these questions get read too. But I didn't know. It
was going down like that, huh?
Yeah. So Justin says, I need to get rich, get a house, get a car, get a wife, have kids. Mitchell needs to self-transform. I am. Justin's asking for too much. No, I don't think it's asking for too much. I think it's a whole lot to bite on. Like you biting off more than you chew. Like, what do you want to work on first? Focus on one thing.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, you need to break that down. You need to break that down, and then you need to realize some of that's out of your control. Is what I would say.
And then Han says, no, you're asking what many dreams to have, and it's a shame. It's hard to accomplish and achieve. And he said, I am not handsome. Well, see, Justin, you say you're not handsome. What are some things that can make you stand out? What are some things that you could do right now that could help you little by little? Because I know for damn sure, I was always talkative, but I was always that shy guy. I never wanted to say hi first. I never want to communicate if I don't have to. I'm comfortable. So there are some.
Oh no, go ahead, man. Go ahead, finish up.
Oh no. So that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I'll say as far as the handsome thing goes, man, I would think about. I'll say this, and this is something I said it before. This is something that really changed my mind on like the perception of being handsome. I once worked with a guy who was like he was an amateur model. He would do little small gigs here and there. I remember he told me, he was like, man, anybody could be a model. And I was like, it was like, yeah, he was like, it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
Basically, so if if you feel like you're not attractive in whatever it is, you can get to an attractive standard.
You can. You can.
You know, I really believe that. Like, if you're willing to put in the work, if you feel like you're out of shape, you can get in shape. If you feel like your skin's not bad, you can take, you know, certain steps to at least help that, you know, a skincare routine. So, you know, if you feel like, if you truly feel like you're not attractive, I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, you're beautiful no matter what you say, what they say. You don't need to do anything. I take more of the steps of like, okay, you don't feel like you're attractive. Look at what you think is not attractive about you, what you're insecure about. Figure out what you could probably change.
One thing.
And then do your best to change it.
That one thing.
You know, just go like that. You said, you know, I also see Justice. He said like being rich, get rich. I would say that when it comes to that mindset, everybody wants to be rich. First and foremost,
financially,
everyone wants to be rich, but I would say write more actionable financial goals. You know, just saying I want to be rich and putting it out there, that doesn't really help much. Like, really sit down, think of, like we've talked before. I think we both got a decent idea of the career path you want to go down. Like, look at the finances in that career path, look at the salaries and everything, and really sit down and plot and plan. Like, okay, you know, if I become intro this or that, I can make this much money. I want to have this certain amount of money by the time I'm this age, or this level of financial freedom, whatever. And then look around and work on whatever it takes to like get that. Just say like I want to be rich. Does it? Shit don't help. I've been saying I want to be rich for 30 some odd years. You know,
something more finite, something that you could achieve. Because okay, if you want to be rich, let's just say you set a goal. You say $1 million, right? Well, what happens after you get the $1 million? Do you want more, right? Yeah, you want more. What?
And $1 million ain't even as much as it used to be. So you can say like, I want $1 million, but it's like, what do you really? Do you just want the money? Because you can have a shitty life and have all the money, or do you want a certain lifestyle that you feel that money can get you? And if it's the lifestyle you want, which I think is what most people want. You can look and be like, okay, I don't necessarily have to have $1 million to have an exciting, fulfilling life.
And
you know,
and there are a lot of rich people, like people that have a lot of money. I don't know what you could consider a lot. Okay, I would say at least making 200, 300, 400, whatever a year. That's a decent amount. Okay, let's put it like that. They're miserable. They could buy whatever they want. Mentally, they're not fully there. It's just like, well, I'm making all this money, but why am I not fulfilled? And that's the question too. Success without fulfillment is an ultimate failure, quoted by Tony Robbins. Because it's kind of like, okay, I did this, I have this. Why am I not happy? I thought this would make me happy. It's like, oh my God, that's mind blowing. Versus if you were to start from a place like, okay, I love this, I genuinely love this. I might not have the most amount, but I'm perfectly content with where I am at.
I would address some of these comments because I've seen some of it. I would say, all right, number one,
I'm seeing these hoes with OnlyFans, and then Hans says, "What do you mean by that? Don't shame people for having OnlyFans. Ain't knocking nobody hustle either. Clearly, you have been criticizing those who have OnlyFans." Okay, so it says, my self-criticism could be being a mother of two. I feel like I'm not being my best, especially the days when I feel drained and my patience is thin. Same besides the wife. Who's Jordan Peterson? Dom Dean. Hi. I'm sorry I'm missing all of these, but we're going to address it. Jordan Peterson, psychologist, right-wing view, run 100 miles a day. Reyna's, Mitchell's a letdown. You let down. Oh my God, what is going on? I didn't see all this. I'm sorry. Skincare expensive. Capitalism. I need to balance. Okay. So to start off, I do want to talk about OnlyFans, and the only reason why is because I felt like OnlyFans. Me and my friend, we spoke about this yesterday too. It kind of gave. Okay. Let's compare OnlyFans to streamers, okay? Back then when you were streaming, there was a different type of expectations, right? It's like, okay, if you donate or you subscribe to me, there's less obligation. I feel less obligated to do certain things for you, right? But because you are subscribed to my OnlyFans, you are purchasing something, whether depending on a tier, right? Like, oh, if you pay $5 a month, you get this level, right? You get this many photos or whatever it may be. Versus like if you pay like $50, right? Are you reading more stuff?
Yeah. Dang, put my earbuds on, and suddenly it's OnlyFans.
Who said that? Marina,
I don't.
Stephanie,
Hold
how
on.
you doing? Yeah.
Let me say one thing. First off, just to calm some chats down. I also don't think OnlyFans is not a bad thing. All right, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think many people are criticizing OnlyFans. Be honest.
Whoa.
To be honest. Whoa. All right. Hey. All right. I will say this once again. People do what they want with their money. All right, get it in where you fit in. And if OnlyFans is what you want to do, then you do. You know, you do you. I will say this though too. I saw this article where there was this lady. She was a nurse, and like she got in some trouble, or she got like kind of shamed or some shit because they found out like she had an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, I think I heard
to like
about
make
that,
ends meet. I will say this. I don't knock her for getting an OnlyFans. What I knock is the fact that we have a nurse that works during the pandemic that has to get an OnlyFans to pay her bills. That's fucked up.
Well,
you know,
is it because she wanted more money, or is it because being a nurse was not enough? Like,
I get the way the article read was being a nurse was not enough. Being a nurse,
how you doing?
Did not pay her enough to, pay her bills and have like a sustainable life. That's how I read the article. So yeah, I'll say that if she's got it because she want to have it, that's fine. But if she don't, she's doing this because she's like, I need extra money and this is a good, I'm kind of like, that's fucked up. You need to look more at the wages and like take care of that end. I don't want nobody having to do that shit if they don't.
Julie is forcing me to get OnlyFans.
Oh, well, I mean, hey.
I'll say, I'm just...
You can't dance, you know what I mean? Just dance and draw, you know what I'm saying?
Although, with this whole, like, lockdown and everything, I did, I let go a little bit, but it's not that I can't work towards.
Yeah, and then, hold on.
Probably not OnlyFans. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I'm not going to sell my body like that.
What is another way? They was like Jordan Peterson. They said, I will say this about the whole Jordan Peterson comments. I'm a fan of the dude. I don't think he's as right-winged as y'all think he is. But even if he is, I will say just because someone doesn't align with you politically doesn't mean you have to discredit everything they say. So you can take out what's good or what's useful for you, discard the rest. Just a train of thought to think about. What else we got here? Don't comment on people who use OnlyFans. Now they just trolling each other.
Yeah.
Now they trolling each other. I am successful to me, have good amount of knowledge, but people recognize nothing other than money. Well, listen, I agree with y'all too that I'm not the biggest fan of money. Money isn't a big reason I do what I do or what I want to do. It's not my driving force. It's like, I'm gonna get a bunch of money. But unfortunately, it is a necessity. I don't agree with the system, but it's the system we all got to play in. And if I got to play, I'm going to try to play to win to a degree, So once again, it's, hey, sometimes you just got to deal with the hand that, play the hand we dealt, so do what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you do.
Going back, be careful what you aim at, ask the right questions. I'm just going to read off what I wrote down too. So be careful what you aim at. The quality of the question is in direct proportion to the quality of the life you live. If you perceive the world, so like there are some people out there that perceive the world as a very like, I need to always like watch my back. I need to be, like 3-4 steps ahead of the game just in case if they try to, be sneak, whatever it may be. And that's okay. That's the way you think. And it's okay to think like that. But I feel like there needs to be a balance between that too, where it's like, not everybody is out there to get you, but I know a lot of people might have done that to you previously.
Well, it's that whole expression, like when you have a hammer, all you see is nails. You know, if you think everyone's against you, then everyone's against you. You know, it is what it is. Like it's just part of the human cycle. You know.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
he just read it.
With the. Let me go back up and pin that.
That was the being a mother of two.
Yeah, my self-criticism.
And, like, not having a patient.
Yes. So my self-criticism would be being a mother of two. I feel like I'm not being my best, especially the days when I feel drained and my patience is thin. I don't know what it's like to be a father because I don't have kids, but I do know to some level or degree where you have to wake up every morning, and you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Otherwise, no one's gonna help you with that, right? Being a mother of two, and I feel like the days where you don't feel like you are at your best, it is okay. It is okay to feel that way because you're not gonna wake up. Nobody's gonna ever wake up every day thinking this today is gonna be the best day of my life. But the more important part is to be consistent and persistent with what you do. And there is a bigger return in the end. There's a bigger return.
I'll say this. I agree with what you said, but I will say I don't have kids either, so I will never really criticize anyone for parenting or their style or whatever because I don't have any, so I don't know. What I will say is, I do know once you become a parent, you live your life for your children. You don't live your life for yourself. That's not to say that you should stop taking care of yourself. I think I think any parent who's worth their salt questions how good of a job they're doing, and the fact that you're even asking my patience are thin. I don't feel like I'm in my best self. It doesn't sound like to me you're talking from a selfish perspective. I think that it sounds to me you're coming from this perspective of I'm not being my best self for my kids. Which I think is very admirable. For instance, look, lucky I still have my mom in my life. I talk to her all the time. And, there are times when, we'll talk where she will question if she was a good mother. Now, to me, I think she was the best mom anyone could have, could ever have, especially in a situation. But she wonders if she did a good job. You see what I'm saying? So I'll say that to say that, I think in some regard, you're always going to question, am I being a good mom? Am I being a good parent?
Or best I could be.
Yeah, am I the best I can be here? I wasn't patient in this time, I know, but and I would say I think that's a reflection on how good of a mother you actually are. The fact that you're criticizing, am I doing a good job? So I will say in that regard, I know with two kids, especially during the pandemic, it must be insane. I don't know how you're doing it, if I'm being blunt.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7. But I will say, if you can, do your best to try to carve out a little time for yourself. Even if it's just 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just anything, and maybe that'll help with some of the patience issues that you feel you're having or anything like that. So, yeah, I would say... I would just say to me though, just you asking that lets me know that you are a very, very, very good mother. And
for you to even ask that type of question.
yeah, exactly.
Most people wouldn't,
And I would say, and try your best not to be too hard on yourself because you're probably doing a better job than you may think you are. So,
5-year-old daughter, 15-month-old son, 11-month-old Rottweiler, and 7 weeks. Cane Corso. I'm assuming that Cane Corso is another dog too. That's a dog. I'm sorry.
Lock them in a room. Just feed them every 6 hours. Damn. That's hard. Dog, that's that old school parenting. You can't do that no more.
No, you can't do that.
People will call. People will call on you. People will call on you.
I thought. Man.
Cane Corso. I think Cane Corso is a dog. That's 5-year-old daughter. 15. That's a lot of young. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but what Justin was saying earlier, like the fact that you're asking yourself that question is very admirable too, because you want to be better than what you are at now. And there are some days where you don't feel your best, and that's okay. The point is that you are doing it, and you do want to get better, and you are trying to better yourself. You're trying to self-transform into a better version of yourself. And breaking that peak, it's hard. It's not easy. But if you constantly ask questions, you don't see your success till you turn around, and then you be like, wow, I actually moved so far up that I didn't realize I was moving up. And it's those little micro changes that makes the biggest difference every day. It's the dark humor for me.
Okay. You're in the right spot, because that's where my humor is. My humor's pretty dark.
I've been told. Joke.
I've been told my humor's pretty dark. So,
and Julie, 2 babies. I raised my 2 babies. It can be hard, and there, it's not easy to just be like, oh yeah, hey, just think better, just think positive. Like, come on, man, let's be realistic. It's hard.
And I also say, don't just thinking positive. Just thinking positive don't fix problems either.
It doesn't fix it.
We do, like, especially in society nowadays. I think that gets conflated, where it's like, oh, think. You're so I'm like, thinking happy ain't gonna make this shit go away.
Yeah, like me being happy ain't gonna pay the bills.
Yeah. It's all good, Yaku. It's all good. You're back now. So
that's important. That's the important part. And for the people that's new here, we answer questions. We talk about different topics every Tuesdays and Thursdays. But today our topic is about self-transformation and trying to better ourselves. And we're trying to figure out ways. And like I said before, one of the best ways is to change your focus. What do you want to focus on? And pick one thing, because I forget that lady's name. We watched her, but I'll try to find out. She said just focus instead of focusing on all the problems that you have, just pick one. Pick one, because otherwise you will be so overwhelmed with so many others. Like, oh, I want money, I want a house, I want to have kids, I need a wife first. I'm like, yeah, you need a wife to have kids and all that, but let's focus on one thing. And the solution is, what's one thing that you could fix on yourself? Because that will indirectly transfer to, like, the confidence that you have, right? And then it would transfer to the relationships. Because I wasn't good at relationships, and I wouldn't say I'm, like, great at it, but I'm saying I have way more knowledge than I had before. I'm more conscious of it now. So, like, there are certain things that I would say and wouldn't say now, because if I pick,
well, I mean, it's growing and learning. That's what it is. You grow, you learn. You learn from your mistakes. You wonder, how do you fix problems? You ask yourself, hey, what did I do to contribute to this, and how do I fix that? Hold on, let me see. Let me see some more. Because some people talking about staying positive. Imagine being positive. Imagining to be positive isn't hard. It's impossible. How you stay positive in a negative ass society, in an oppressive government? All right. I will say. I'll address that one. I don't think I'm necessarily the most positive person. I do try to find things that, like, I enjoy to make me happy. I also try my best to, like, limit certain influence. Like, I think we're not, all right, we're as people, we're not built to, like, absorb all the information that's being shot at us nowadays. Like, just from an evolutionary standpoint, we're not built to be constantly bombarded with, like, the news cycle and all this shit. So the number one,
it's too much. It's a lot of information.
Yeah. So the number one thing I did that I think made me happy is I turned off phone notifications for, like, shit that just pop. I'm like, man, I don't need to know this. Like, I was having a good day. Now I see, like, the government can't get the damn, stimulus package together, and people are, they shutting shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's important. I need to know this. I don't need to know about this right now. So, learning to compartmentalize is huge. For me personally, I also start to get a great understanding of like the shit I can change and then the stuff I can't change. I think a lot of people stress themselves out over things that they can't change. You can't control other people. You can't control the laws of nature. So it's just certain stuff I think you just need to learn to let go. And that energy that you would use to worry about it, use it to like focus on fortifying yourself to be able to withstand the bullshit that gets thrown on you from the outside. I ain't even saying it's easy. That shit's hard as hell, and Lord knows I fail some days. It be some days I'm like, I'm gonna sit in the dark. I'm gonna drink. Beat? You know, I'm gonna drink.
That's a dark
you know,
humor.
and I'm gonna think, and I got negative thoughts. Like, you know, these people are assholes. I'm gonna get my tomahawk. You know what I mean?
He's against me, right?
Yeah, but you know, though, and it's okay to feel that way too. That's you human, man. Listen, I'll say this: if you happy all the time, that's cool for you, but I'm scared of you because when they do get, that's the kind of person when they do get sad, they gonna fuck up a bunch of folks. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I think you learn to accept it and then keep it moving. But yeah. And find something. My number one thing is find something you enjoy, man.
Yeah.
Just find something you have fun with.
Yeah.
I focus on bubble tea. Same, Julie. I'm jealous. What's up, Hill and Moon?
All right,
how you
doing?
Moon?
I will get you a bubble tea one day. We will all get some bubble tea. You find a
positive outlet. You do things you enjoy and keep yourself surrounded. Yeah,
I mean,
surrounded by good people is
very important.
Another huge one.
Do you have an outlet?
Thank you for that. That is big. Yeah. Keep yourself surrounded. Yeah, keep your circle small. Keep your circle close. Get with people who are in the same vein as you. Not the exact same, because that's unhealthy, I think. But who are like, you know, got a similar mindset. They want to move forward and whatever. Like, yeah, all that shit, man. Get rid of negative people.
I feel like it's very important to have a person that will actually listen to you talk. It's so important to have a confidant. A confidant. It's really important because how else? Because you can't depend on social media to be your outlet because not everybody is for you. So do you have that one close person that you could talk to whenever something goes down? And is that person going to listen, or are they just going to criticize, or, you know, because not everybody that vents want to talk about their, you know, because, all right, for example, Justin, let's just say I come to you, and then the moment I come to you for like, hey, look, this is what's going on, and then you start telling me about your stories, it's like, okay, well, thank you. Thank you for listening. You know, it's like, are you going to be there? Like, have that person. It's very important to have that confidant to listen to your rants, if you will.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Talk about a bunch of political shit.
OnlyFans. You're part of the problem.
more comments on that.
That's
not support idolize them. So
tear down the government. God, what is going on?
Bitch, you're too busy mingling. Okay, like maybe dump is like a coffee filter. Now we know.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, since y'all said it, I will give my little opinion on that with the orange one, if you will. I'm not a fan. I don't like the guy for obvious reasons. If you can't look at me and tell that I am black.
Are you?
So let's just say me and him have opposing views, you know, for many reasons. But I will say this about that bastard. Number one, I don't think he's an idiot. I don't think he's a good person. He's not an idiot. Call that dude an idiot is dangerous because then you mitigate his actual intelligence. That motherfucker is a master at manipulating the media. He's he's pure bullshit, but if he actually was like, here is how you manipulate the media, like, I would listen to that, because I don't think there's been any politician that's done it better.
In terms of manipulation.
Yeah, changing the media cycle, keeping his name in the press, keeping his base, you know, like riled up and polarized. Like, it's insane, like, what he has been able to do. Using the media as a tool. I also think that as much as people hate Donald Trump, me included, him getting in the White House was needed to the sense of it showed truly how fucked up the country is, and the how fucked up our government and our political process truly is. Like it's been
he
one of those things.
He shed light on it. He finally opened.
Yeah, like the fact that this kind of person got in by the margins that he did, and then in the re-election, like their re-election was a lot closer than I think most of us are comfortable with. It showed like, okay, there is a insane divide in this country. There's a lot wrong with this country that we need to fix. I don't think that I think both sides need a lot of work to do. Need a lot of work to do. You know, I'm all down for tearing down the government, but the truth is, I don't have a better system to put in place. So I don't want to be one of those that's like, get rid of the government, but then it's like, well, but replace it with what? You know, you know what I mean? We gonna have complete anarchy out there. That's not what people want. You don't want
a tyrant.
Yeah,
you don't want a tyrant.
Yeah, you don't want a tyrant
neither. You don't want to.
You also don't want lawlessness. Like a lot of people think they want anarchy. A lot of people call themselves anarchists, but if real anarchy hit, they be the first people that start crying on that shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think you gotta look and be honest with ourselves. And I think that, and this may sound very kumbaya of me, but I think a big issue is both sides need to listen to each other. You know, both sides need to listen to each other. I think if you're extreme on either end, you're not going to like nothing. First off, nothing's ever going to get done. And no one, and another thing is like, no one will ever completely think the same. People will always oppose with, not people, but like, it's just impossible. Like if everyone thought the same, that wouldn't even be healthy. That would be terrifying. We need people to think differently, and people thinking differently means people will not agree with you. Therefore, I have personally always argued not that we all think the same. I personally just want the game to be fair. You see what I'm saying? I want the government, the structure. I want the rules to apply for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody. So, you know, I have the same shot at getting a business loan as you have the same shot at getting a business loan, and stuff like that. Redliner. We all have the same, not saying we start the same, because I just think that's impossible to institute, but that we all had the same shot, you know.
What's up, Eddie? How you doing?
Yeah. And a lot of that kind of, to bring it around with like the whole self-transformation, you know, a lot of that comes from a lot of like thinking, like really thinking about like, what do I want? What do I want? What would be fair, you know, and what would be possible? You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, people love to like Obama as a president. I liked Obama a lot.
We have some people that might disagree with that in here.
Yeah, which is fine. Which is fine, but which is fine. You know what? I hope they disagree. We need that in this world. You know, I liked Obama a lot. I didn't necessarily like all of his policies, but what I did like was he seemed like a legitimately good person. Like, and the truth is, he was a centrist. What you have to be, you can't just give all to one side. You got to concede to the other, because this nation is made of various people. No one will ever could think the same. So, you know, just everybody needs to calm down. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, I mean,
integration. I feel like the word is lost. Integration. It's not so much this has to be this way or this has to be this way. We got to integrate somehow, some way to form a view where not everyone is agreeing on something, but find a common area to agree on. It's like, okay, there's certain things that I might not agree with. Yeah.
I was going to say, I want to comment on that comment. I think to be president, you have to do horrible shit. That's something else that people don't want to concede. Like if first off, I'm leery of anybody who say they want to be president. That's a level of stuff that you have to deal with. That it takes a certain kind of person to even want that kind of position. Yeah. Second off, you dealing with the world. Like to be Jimmy. All right, for people, Jimmy Carter was the most probably like I just want peace president ever. Probably, I'm not like the most like presidential historical person or whatever. So don't quote me. But that's yeah. My understanding is like Jimmy Carter was very much like I want peace. And even he killed hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers with his decision. So that's just part of the job. You know, that's just part of it really is, and it sucks. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it should be like that. It is what it is. So
what do you have to say about Obama bombing the Middle East?
I mean, first off, I couldn't do it. You know, I have no problem fucking up somebody who fucks with me. But to just sit in the chair and be like, listen, I got to make this decision. I know a couple 100,000 people going to die, but that is what it is. Like, that's level. Like, I couldn't do it. So I'm not a fan of necessarily bombing anybody. You know, but I also can see this. I don't have all the information.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would like to know exactly why he was bombing the Middle East. What came out of it? Like, you know, what was there more to it than what we know? I would be interested. Not that it justifies it, but at least I can have a better, like, more well-rounded understanding.
No, y'all scare me.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Like, yeah, it is what it is. You know, that's all. Like, I'm just saying.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he. I don't have an input on that because I don't know it. But this topic is about self-transformation. So let's bombing people is not something I have a lot of knowledge on.
Yeah, that's a transformation I like to make. Let's transform this from bombing folks to transforming yourself to be a better person.
You know, the question for you guys is like, what are some ways that like you've dealt with transforming yourselves? Like, what were some things that you feel proud of? What is something that you feel proud of?
Yeah,
that's the first step. Focus on what you were proud of. Focus on that. Know that feeling. Close your eyes. Feel that feeling. Change your focus. After you change your focus, you get a new behavior. Get that new behavior, you see different changes. And those tiny little micro changes every day is going to equate to something way bigger. And that's something that we got to do. We got to ask ourselves if that's what you want, if you want to become a better person. Well, for one, I changed my views on the world and got involved in politics. I could see that. That's great. But yeah, if your focus is I want to change the world, you're gonna get a lot of pushback.
Well, once again, even there with that kind of self-transformation, I asked, like, what are you changing the world for? For instance, like, all right, like I got this one comment that was saying, you saying it is what it is actually quite bad because it kind of shows that you aren't willing to not want change for the future. I'm not saying I don't want change for the future. I didn't say it is what it is. It has to be that way forever. I'm saying that as of right now, that is the nature of that job. And that is the nature of that position. Now, we can come up with something better in the future, like a legitimate plan that is beneficial to a vast majority of the parties that can, people's voices are actually heard, all that good stuff. Hey, I'm the first one to sign that petition. Let's get that shit popping, But I'm not going to also sit here and, like, use a substantial part of my energy to be very overly upset about something that, like, from my perspective, from my position right now, I not only can I really not change that, like, I don't even have an inroad to start that change. You see what I'm saying? once again, I think but you know, that's I know that view's a little, you know, not like
skewed.
that. Yeah, it's a little skewed. It's not as defined as maybe some people would like. But I mean, that's how I feel. I'm not necessarily. I ain't happy with anyone dying, but I ain't gonna sit here though and act like
I know everything about.
Yeah, I know everything about it. Cause like I'm gonna be real with you, and you might not want to hear this, but some motherfuckers need to die. You know, like,
all right, let's put it a little lightly. No one's above an ass whooping.
Some people need to go. Okay, some people need to go, and I said it. All right, I said it, and I'm going
to touch on Marina's topic, which was after so many years, I finally got a doctor and checked my overall health, and I finally told the doctor about my depression. And I feel like depression is something that we all been through. We all been through a type of depression, whether like if you're I don't know anything about clinical depression. I don't. And if you feel like you have that, please seek professional help.
Yeah, seek help.
Yeah,
please seek help.
But like some sort of like depression was, you know, I felt like I didn't have a purpose. And when I felt like I didn't have a purpose on why I was here and on this earth, and I felt like I'd done everything that I could have, I was not fulfilled. And I was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, I literally woke up every morning and was like, well, I don't want to do anything. I just want to, I guess I will go to work. I guess I will do this. And it was just ongoing to a point where I was like, all right, you know what? Something has to end. Either it's my life or it's something that I have to drastically change. And, you know, I didn't look for books or anything. I was like, well, I need to do something. And it's something that I finally pulled myself out of. And I could say now that once I finally pulled out of it, I'm in such a better place because I found a reason why, the why that we were all talking about, like the why I am here. And the why I am here is I feel like I would love to help people that would like the help. And that's another thing too. It's like not everybody out there wants your help. And I would never sit there and be like, well, let me help you if you don't want help. But, you know, it's not something that should be looked down upon too.
Well, the thing is like it's on that person. It is on that person. You know, I've dealt with depression myself. I dealt with, you know, I had a depression for a long time, if I'm being honest with you.
A nice meal.
You know, you learn, and you know, I think the danger with people dealing with depression is like you learn to function through it in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Which is it's a survival mechanism because you got to keep going, but it's really not the healthiest. You know. I will number one, like we always say, if you're having a bad depression and you can't get out of it, find some help.
Find someone to listen. Yeah.
Kill that. You okay? Kill that stigma. Like getting help is bad. Yeah, get some help, please.
Yeah.
You know, it's all right too to be depressed, man. Like, don't feel bad that you are depressed. Like, try your best not to. It's okay. It is okay. I mean, I know with me, my depression, I got the transformation I had to make was just letting some shit go. You know, letting some shit go. You know, and in a sense, putting myself first. And then, you know, once I did that, like the instant I did that, I felt better. Not 100% better, but I felt like a little bit of light. I did feel some weight off my shoulders. But yeah, man, it's I feel for I really do. My heart goes out for anyone that battles depression, man, because that shit is a straight up. It is a violent killing, and it is hard, man. It is hard.
It is your body attacking itself, and there's nothing you could get out of that.
Yeah, and you can. And the problem with it is the insidious thing about it is you know you need to do something. You know you need to better. You want to do better, but you can't.
Or you don't know exactly what that is.
Yeah, and it's just like it's difficult to. It's a difficult thing to crawl out of alone.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and you know, I feel like I don't know if this is as true as that may be, but I feel like some way, shape, or form, someone has thought about having like some suicidal thoughts, whether it's very extreme or very, very, very mild. it's there. Even if you're joking, there's some like very minimal amount of truth in there, but it's because I've been through that phase where I thought about certain things and I was like, why would I even think that now? Going back, but just being able to pull yourself away from it. And I wish I knew the things I did now when I was dealing with that, which was changing my focus. Changing my focus is primary. Asking that right question. Is it worth getting out of this position? So like going back to what I was saying earlier, the first question was, is me getting out of this painful state, emotionally, physically, or whatever it may be, is it worth? And not a lot of people would say, I'm okay being in this emotional, like, negative state. Not a lot of people will want to be in that position. Very few. But those that want to, power to you, but more people will rather be happy. More people would rather be happy. So if you could focus on driving yourself and asking the right question and changing that behavior, that's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, I mean, just if you do your best to recognize what you can do to get better, and whatever it is you have to do, I don't judge you.
Yeah.
I don't think people should judge you, and anyone that does not have your best interest at heart.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that. So just take care of yourself. Don't know people who care about you for sure, for real.
Therapy is privilege, to be honest. Even something simple as diagnosis is considered a privilege, which is sad. Yeah, I don't want people getting involved. So I'm gonna stay at home and suffer. I hope you're not suffering. See professional help. It's a privilege. Yeah. Kill the higher up. Okay. We're gonna end it on a little higher notes.
You don't want to end it with
hell no. Big goals. Small goals into big goals. Just think of it like this. Like anything that you want to do, guys. Very important. Anything you want to do, focus on what you want, and then once you know that, there's a push. There's a pushing force. And that's your willpower. And we all know that willpower do not last long. It's not infinite. So what's one thing that you can do? You got to find an emotionally compelling reason on why you want to do it. And that is your pulling force. That's unstoppable. That's something that would keep pulling you in no matter the day is hard, no matter the day is... If it's a good day, great. You're going to push even further. If it's a day that you feel like you don't really want to do it, but you're still there, that's the type of pull that you need, and that's persistence. I don't think being depressed is a problem within yourself, but a problem with your life that leads into having a mental health issue. Yeah.
I think depression comes from many forms. Like I said, I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I'm not. It comes from one way or another. I think it can come from many forms. Like I said, it's just whoever's dealing with it. More power to you. Do what you have to do to get better. Remember, like you were saying, remember your why. Whatever the reason for your transformation. Try your best to remember that. Keep that forefront to help motivate yourself. I will say this too: when you transform it, it's okay to rest. What I mean? Like do something. I'm a big fan of do something every day. Try your best to do something every day. If it's I want to work out, maybe you go to the gym one day, and the next day. And then that third day, you can't make it, or you ain't. I won't say you're not feeling it, but something gets in the way to stop you from going. Do some push-ups. Just do something. Maybe it's not as good as going and hitting that hardcore hour and 50-minute workout, but you're doing something daily to stay focused on the goal.
Marina, thank you for tuning in. Julie,
take care.
Says,
please
peace out.
Take care. Peace out. Yeah, take care.
Good
Thank
night.
you for tuning in.
Yeah,
I'm sure you are. Another thing, it's just replenish motivation. Is I look at those that inspire you. Having role models is crucial to everything. I'm just look at folks who maybe you admire them for some reason, or they just bring you joy. They make you happy. keep your eye focused on that. And
start by cleaning your room.
Yeah.
Start by cleaning. I'm pretty sure 95% of us, our room look like shit.
Which I need to do out. That's why I changed my camera to look this way. And my head is in the way of my freaking shelf because I need to clean up this room. I got reasons it's messy right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just living in it like this, but it still needs to be clean. Mm-hmm. But
No role model at the moment. Go look it up, man.
Look about. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. For the longest, I didn't have role models. I didn't have any real role models. I admired characters. I was a big Dr. Doom fan. That's my boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I still look towards Dr. Doom for
Stan Lee is your role model
for guidance. Stan Lee was an amazing man. Like seriously, that dude created my childhood.
He created hope.
To be blunt, that dude straight up created my entire childhood and everything that I love to this day. Mm-hmm. Like. It could be traced to Stan Lee somehow. Stan Lee or in the entities that he created and the people he worked with. Yeah. So, that dude is... I mean, I have straight role models now. Mm-hmm. But, just especially when I was young and people asked me who you looked up to. Like I said, I loved characters, so I was a big Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, man.
Yeah.
They look up to the Turtles. They were kind of fucked up, but I enjoy them, Yeah. I want to move like Doom, though,
Yeah.
But Stan Lee is a big one. Dwayne McDuffie,
Brock Lesnar, the former wrestler,
Brock Lesnar was my role model when I used to like them. Brock Lesnar was and still is a beast, man.
Yeah.
That dude is a monster. So I was a big Booker T fan. He was, I guess, now he got me rambling on about other shit. Booker T and he was known as Farouk, but Ron Simmons was another huge role model of mine. That dude, made me believe anything was possible.
We could talk about anime next time, and that's probably more in your category, right?
Oh man, I love all that. I love it all. Mm-hmm. I could talk about it all. Talk about wrestling all day, anime, all that great stuff. Yeah. But once again, that stuff that brings me joy, man. It helps keep me motivated.
That's what makes you happy, Justin.
Yeah, it helps me with my transformation, man. Like
Yeah.
And you know what? I understand his real attitude. No, I was just commenting on what Justin said. I understand his real attitude, but go ahead, man.
One last train of thought before I end this. It is okay. So our mind is kind of like when people say our mind is a garden. I don't completely disagree with that, but our mind is it's designed in a way to be fight or flight, right? We are not predators. We just outsmarted every other creature. That's why we're dominant. That's why there's over 7 billion of us. So now, with that being said, our mind, since we are we most likely try to stay away from trouble. If you see a lion, are you going to attack it? If you see a bear, are you going to attack it? No, you're probably going to be like, look, I need to hide. Otherwise, I'm going to get my ass eaten. So with that being said, our thoughts is more on the pessimistic side. It's more in a negative thought. So it is our job to remain happy, to stay focused on something that makes us happy, something that we enjoy. We got to constantly build that up. I wouldn't even say 75% of our thoughts is very negative. So what's that other 25%? It seems like it's always like a constant battle of trying to sustain that mental peace. Get my ass eaten.
Holy shit. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Kill some of this. Bring some semi-lighthearted. Jesus Christ. Are you Tom Segura? Are you your mom's house fan? If you know what I mean, post a thumbs up or something. You know what I mean when I say that.
I didn't mean it like that. Whoa. I didn't say it now.
I I didn't even know you was still in here, Healing Moon. I didn't even know you. Mitchell, you do what you do.
We're gonna end it.
I don't shame people. You know,
Eddie, thank you for pointing it out. I am not mad at that. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
If that's what you're doing, maybe you should look at our OnlyFans account. Because you can probably make some money.
I can make some good money. Join my new OnlyFans. It's going to be in the description below. No, it's not. But seriously, guys, we do these. You know, thank you.
It's that Audible sponsorship. Goodbye.
That's your Audible. But everybody, no, for real. Like, there was a lot of love. Thank you. Thank you for everybody
always
tuning in today. Yeah.
Always.
For all the new people, thank you. But everybody that always coming in, I see you. Thank you. Asking a lot of questions. Really appreciate that. But we do these Instagram lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys find this video content of value, you guys can show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this video. Justin, any last words?
No, just, thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks for the questions. Keeping that chat live.
Eddie,
I want to say this definitely too, because I know we get various people. Like it makes me happy to see people with different opinions in the chat interacting. We can't.
It's important. It's very important.
It's very important.
Thank you.
And that's how. And we don't learn anything if we don't talk to people who don't think differently than us.
Exactly.
So, I want people to remember that. But let's be respectful too.
And I'm glad. I'm glad it's not. So,
if everyone agreed with me 100%, I would be very scared. I'll be very terrified. So but thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll keep this going. Any questions, any suggestions, feel free to hit us up anytime. This is IG. You know how to just click on the name. You can IG either one of us. But you got anything going, let us know. Thank y'all, man.
New topics, anything you guys want to talk about, let us know. But thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, we are out.
Peace. Peace.